Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my April TBR, or all the books that I hope to get to in April. I didn't do great on my March TBR, so let's hope that I do better this month. So the first book on my April TBR is my book club pick. It is We Were Dreamers, an immigrant superhero origin story by Simu Liu, who is Canadian. I'm really excited about this one because I loved Kim's Convenience. If you live in Canada, you know. I haven't watched his superhero movie yet, but I definitely will have to watch that as part of research for this book, so I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm very excited about this book club pick, so I'm happy that it's on the TBR this month. The next quite a few books are going to be books that are a part of series that I have ongoing. If you're new around here, I'm on a mission this year to cut down all of the books that I have on series that I have picked up but never finished. I'm on a mission. I've gotten it down from like 150 books to like 130 books almost, so I'm on the right track, but this month I'm hoping to get even more books off that list. So the first two books as part of that are, it's this one first, Spirit Bound and Last Sacrifice, which are the 5th and 6th books in the Vampire Academy series. I will have finished the Vampire Academy series, but I do want to read the Bloodlines series as well, because I actually read these in high school, and so when I got back into reading, I picked up a bunch of my old favorites like this and the Shadowhunter books, and I just love them so much. They have such a nostalgic feeling for me, and I just love old comfort books. So I'm really excited to finish off the series and read the Bloodlines, because I think when I stopped reading was actually when like maybe the third or fourth book in the Bloodline series was out. So I never actually finished that series. So I'm really excited to hear about where that goes, because I really want Adrian to have a happily ever after. So I really want to read that series after I finish this one. But for now, these two are on my TBR. The next book on my TBR is Blockshot by Kennedy Ryan. This is the second book in the Hoop series. I really liked the first one, but it was very hard and difficult to read at parts. I have never hated a character so much as I did when I was reading that book. Make sure you check trigger warnings, but I really want to continue that series because Kennedy Ryan's writing is just beautiful. So I really want to pick up the rest of that series, and I think I'm finally emotionally ready to see where the rest of them, how the love story of the rest of the characters in these books. The next book is My Sinful Love by Lauren Blakely. This is the 4th book in the Sinful Men series. I added this to my last month TBR and never got around to it, so I'm adding it again to this TBR and hoping that I get around to it. It is free on Audible if you have a subscription or a membership. So I really want to pick that one up because I loved the first 3 of the books. Like, I think the second one is my favorite. I really like Lauren Blakely's writing. So I'm hoping to get to at least the 4th one this month, maybe even the 5th, but I'm only adding the 4th on my TBR, so that just setting expectations in reality at reality level. Okay, so the next one is going to seem like pretty odd to add, but it's Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison. It is the 1st book in the Lovelight series. I actually have read this, but I read it like I think in December of 2021, and I do want to pick up the rest of the series again, so I want a refresher. I know that they can all be read as standalones, but I want a refresher because I also feel like I was in a weird place in my life when I read that, and I think that I would love it a lot more now when I read it. So I'm excited to go back and revisit the characters because I feel like I'm gonna really love it this time around. The next books are Chain of Iron and Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. This is the 2nd and the 3rd book in the Last Hours series. I started my reread of the series last month because the 3rd one finally came out in January, and I think the previous release was like 2 years ago. So I wanted to go back and refresh because there is a lot of characters in these books, and I just love this world. Like, it's so nostalgic and lovely for me. I love it so much. So I'm hoping to actually get through the second and third one because I am really looking forward to them and I really like them. So, and I really just want to see what happens. So I'm going to hopefully get through both of these this month. The next books that I want to read are Heartstopper Volumes 2 and 3. I really want to get back to this series. I loved the first one so much that I immediately went out and bought the physical copy of all 4 of them because I read the first one through my library. But oh man, I don't know why I haven't gone back to them. I think that they'll be a perfect read when I need like a light, fluffy, heartwarming pick-me-up book, but I just haven't read anything really serious lately. So I think maybe after I read the Last Hours trilogy, these ones will be good, but I don't know. I don't know why I haven't read these yet, but I really want to. Next up is Garnet Flats and Jasper Vale. I have the physical copy of Jasper Vale coming from Amazon so that I can just read them back to back, but I really want to get all caught up on the series so that when Crimson River comes out, I'll be able to pick it up right away. I love Daphne Perry's writing. I have just been slowly making my way through this series. I've loved both the books that have come out so far, and I am sure that I'm going to really like this one because I've heard it's super angsty, which is why I think a lot of people didn't love it, but I love angst. I love all the messy drama of a relationship, so I feel like this one will be right up my alley and I'm really excited to read it. Okay, the last book that's part of a series that I have ongoing is The Scoundrels Honor by Christy Caldwell. This is the second book in the Sinful Bride series. I really liked the first one, and I just want to add a historical romance on here because historical romances, the audiobook is on Scribd, and so they're just really good ones to pick up when I'm in the mood for a good quick fun audiobook. So I think that this one will be perfect for just to pick up as an audiobook at some point this month. Okay, now on to the standalones that I want to read this month. So the first one is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I don't know how it's taken me this long to read it. This is like a Bookstagram darling book. Everyone seems to just love this book, and I know it's going to make me absolutely bawl, which I've kind of been in the mood for. I kind of been wanting a book that's just gonna like rip me apart and tear me in two. So if you have any good recommendations for that, leave it in the comment down below because like I'm really kind of in the mood for that, weirdly enough. I just want like a book that's just gonna get me sobbing. So let me know. But I think that this one will be a good one. I actually have seen a few people not liking it recently, so I'm hoping that I do love it though. The next book is Begin Again by Emma Lord. I think this is a fairly recent book release. It is YA romance. Emma Lord also wrote Tweed Q, which I feel like was really popular there for a while. So I really want to pick up this one. I feel like it's a good like light, fluffy, like just like most YA books, I feel like they're just like easy, quick, fun reads, which I think I'm gonna need a lot this month because it's really busy. So I feel like I'm gonna need a lot of really quick books, you know? Speaking of books that are quick, just kidding, this is the opposite of quick. Well, I'm sure that I'm going to, this is, as soon as I pick this up, it's going to take me like 2 or 3 weeks to get through, but I do want to get to it. So it's All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This is like winner of the Pulitzer Prize. This is like a very highly rated book, and I want to see what all the hype is about. I've been into historical fiction lately. We'll see. I want to pick it up. It was on my TBR last month and I didn't even look at it. Didn't even give it time of day to pick up. So maybe this month. And another book that I did not pick up last month that was on my TBR but is on my TBR again this month is The Grace Kelly Dress by Brenda Janowitz. I am hoping to get to this one. I have had the Kobo ebook of this for years. It sounds cute. I really don't know what this is about, if I'm being completely honest, but I really want to get through some of my backlist books that I've owned for a really long time, so that's why this one is on there. The next book is Coach by Daphne Perry because that releases this month and I am so excited. It sounds so good. It's a football sports romance with single dad, second chance romance. Like, some of my favorite tropes. So I'm very excited about this one. Stephanie Perry's writing is always chef's kiss, so I'm sure it's going to be amazing. And I am very excited to read this one. So I don't add a ton of new releases onto my TBR because if I'm being honest, I would just never get to the books that I physically own then, but I really want to read this one. It's pushing other books aside. The next book is The Princess Trap by Talia Hibbert. I love Talia Hibbert's writing. I weirdly enough have not read the Brown Sisters trilogy, which I feel like is what most people know her for, but I've read some of her novellas. I read her newly released YA book, and so I'm going back to the backlist. I'm going to pick up her other standalone, The Princess Trap, and I am really excited because I just love her writing and I'm sure it's going to be amazing and funny, just like all of her books are. And last but not least is The Bodyguard by Catherine Zenner. This one again just looks like fun. I've heard so many good things about it. It looks and feels like a springtime book, which is perfect for April because it's the first full spring month, and I don't know, I want to read this. That's why it's on here. It sounds like such a fun, I love bodyguard romances, and this is a fun twist on a bodyguard romance, so hopefully I'll actually pick this one up. Okay, and that is all the books that I am hoping to get to in April. Who knows if I will stick to this TBR. It's not even that I'm a mood reader because I usually do pick things that are on my TBR. It's just sometimes, I don't know what happens. It just gets lost in translation and I just pick up other books instead. It's not even that I'm a mood reader, but maybe I am. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave in the comments down below one book that you're really looking forward to read this month. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.